Okay, so heading out the front door. It's after dark again, a bit late, but left the fly screen door open, so that's extra good. Okay, I shall just close it behind me, even though the dog is incapacitated and got a injured leg, so he's not going to be able to come out. See how those... Is this my imagination, or are those red lights bouncing off all those cars? And we have the neighbour coming out next door, of course, just as soon as I come out to interrupt. All right. Bother speaking to me for some reason. Try to be pleasant. Car lights, red lights are bouncing off those cars. And here's Big Boy. Hello, Big Boy. He's a bit late coming up. Or is it early? Actually, I'm not sure about that with him. Sometimes it's really late. See how that's not my imagination, is it? That those red lights are bouncing off cars that are stationary? I had a motorbike next door there. Must be you too. Neighbour next door out and neighbour next door on the other side coming out with a motorbike. That's interesting. But anyway. Oh, and Big Boy, where's Big Boy? Big Boy, what are you doing now? Boy, what are you pilfering around there, eh? Big Boy, hey. He said, I don't care if I'm a possessed cat, because he said, I still get the same. She still likes me. Oh, what are you eating there? Oh, okay, that's some dog bickies that I left there for Simba, trying to get him to get up, but he cannot make it. He's in a bad way. And I'm not going to go into details about that because, as you know, I tend to be of the mind that everything is not entirely natural. So I tend to be paranoid and suspicious, as they say, and many people will say that. But why are they, I'm not sure why these car lights are bouncing off there when the cars are stationary and they're not turned on. But that's a reflection. Everything is either natural, matrix plane coming overhead. these matrix planes are a little bit difficult for me because I'm not very good at holding my mobile up over my head. But anyway, what's Big Boy doing there? Yeah. See, these are all natural or unnatural lights depending on how you look at it. Is it the new lights that they've just put up the side there a day ago? Either that or they've turned them on. You see them? I'm not going to go up, but they're just lights and they might be reflecting. See, those lights are not on now. See? Oh, wait on. I see it's reflecting off the phone. Oh, silly me. Oh, silly me. It's actually my mobile phone reflecting somehow on them because I've got the flash on. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. See? Oh, yeah, silly me. Well, I say everything's the Matrix, but even so, I have to admit they caught me out on that one. But those lights are new there. There's no reflection there. They're proper lights that I can see with the naked eye. But see, I could see, but where's Big Boy gone? Where's Big Boy gone? What are you doing, Big Boy? Come here. Big Boy, come on. Oh, I better not overdo it with him either. Come on. I'll leave him alone because I think he's ate the doggy biscuits there. They're actually all right for him to eat those. In fact, they're rather good. They're just bigger than the cat biscuits, that's all. But that's all the more for him, he says, because he does have a reasonable appetite, which is good, I think, anyway. I hope everyone listening has got their appetite back or got their appetites, because sometimes you can, very easy to lose interest in everything in the matrix. That's part of being in a matrix for a human being, to want you to lose interest in anything and everything except what the matrix wants you to focus on. Just like me out here focusing on ridiculous lights around. But that seems to be my lot now. I can't really say that I enjoy it that much, but there's nothing else. So, of course there's Big Boy, but of course I don't want to point the flash at him too much. And you come to see how Simbrus, Big Boy, you go in your little thing there. It's not too cold at this stage. There's no wind tonight. The wind was really blowing up last night when I was out here, as you know. It didn't come out because I should have had the flash on, you see. I'm not sure if you can see the tree and the wind, if it blows better with the flash or not. I'd have to check that. Nothing happening. No cars at all. That's interesting. Almost a bit unusual for me to come out here without the cars pulling in and out, or at least a few. We did have neighbours on either side come out, or the bike, but it doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to show that it's around you and that it's there. But, is that a coincidence that neighbours right next to you always come out when you come out? Or is that a type of program operating inside a matrix? No, that sounded fancy. I'm not sure if it entirely made sense, but it does in a way, because, that just simply means, in Earth type of thing, really. Whether how the program really works. This Big Boy's just going over there. He's just gone behind the bins. He'll be back. I'm just pointing the mobile and I don't know where I'm pointing it. and nothing much is happening. But something will, I think. Won't be much. But, the light on next door there, that's just as well, because actually that suits me tonight, because otherwise I'm standing in the dark apart from a few lights around. But, oh, they're not being funny with the light down the house there tonight. See how it's completely off? No lights coming on at all there. I'm pretty sure that is totally dark down there. Remember how last night the light was coming on and off a bit? As it had done before too in another video, I think. Yeah, those red lights are just supposedly reflecting off my mobile. So I guess that makes sense. Is it real or is it not? That's the question. We have a little matrix car now for, oh, the lights come on in the house over there. They are going to play after all. As soon as that car come down the street, the light come on in the house over there. And that car is pulling in right in front, just further down. And see how the light's gone off now? No, they're going to play a little bit. They can't help it for very long. Neither can some of the cars on the highway by the sounds of it. Well, that's probably a motorbike actually. But it's all gone dark now, but see that car pulled into the front, and I'm just going to leave it here for a second and then I shall go inside because I don't want to make a long thing out here tonight. Very little will happen really. And I'm losing energy fast. You know. And there's that, you know, this big boy's coming out. There he is. Oh, they're coming out in the house over there opposite. So they are coming out a bit, you know. Wonder if they will drive away. See how they just sort of come out around, you know. Whereas I think in a normal, real, old world, I think you could come out of a night and hardly see anyone coming in and out of the houses. You know, you know, I could be wrong about that, but I know that there's too many that come in and out. Here comes a Matrix plane, I think. Here it comes. It's hard to see, but it's coming over my head here now, I think. I just can't see with the mobile. Here it comes. Oh. Oh. Oh, I can't hold this mobile like this. Sorry about that. I just have to let it go. Just it's poor hopes when us last humans can't even hold a little mobile phone in our hands without a bit of difficulty. So that's what the situation is. I'm sorry. It's a very small siren going in the background there, I think. Garbage night tonight. It's a garbage night. I'm not sure if there's still a few more bins to come out, so I'll have to be careful because I don't want to have to engage in any long conversations with neighbours because I don't have the, you know, because I'm a little bit, although I don't actually choose to. I get so nervous that I just, like when I'm making a video, I just go on and I don't even know what I'm saying, and I'll end up talking to people for much longer, and then I'll be exhausted when I finish. So it's like that. So they get the energy out of you, and it serves no purpose, but I can't help it. This little big boy sitting right next to me there under my feet. So although I say some things about him, and they are so, but he's still faithful in his own way, even though it may not be the real deal. I don't know. It's funny that. But see, the memories are there, and maybe he just cohabitates. I don't think so, because it's not the original big boy body, but I don't care to think on that at the moment anyway. I just need to get the photos up somehow. I'd like to have a look at them myself anyway, because I like looking at the old photos of the animals, regardless of what's happened. It does set up a bit of confusion. Maybe the Matrix does all that deliberately to set up confusion in our minds, so that here comes another Matrix plane, and there's a few light. They're actually real lights down there, I think. That car's pulling out down there. But here comes a Matrix plane over my head again. Where is it? I can't get it in. Oh, here, I've got it in. Yes, I've got to just focus the camera better. I'm so used to the other way round. Oh, it's actually rather hard holding the mobile up to focus. It's a bit cold out here too, so it's not warm tonight. It's a warm days, but a little bit, not nearly as blowy as last night though. As you can see, I wonder if this will come out on the thing, because it's dark. It looks dark on dark sky, that tree. No wind, not much wind at all, but it is chilly. There's Big Boy there, still there. Look at him. Look at him. Big Boy. Anyway, I won't focus on. See how the tail's a bit bent? See how it's bent? Sorry, Big Boy, I know you don't like me pointing out that you have a few little discrepancies, you know, in your tail. I won't say false, they're just different. But it's almost hard for me to remember, but actually it's not, because I do remember very clearly the big boy's tail and his different things. I could mention many things. You know, this little big boy has a totally different tail in some ways. I don't know if that's coming out, but I did this in the other video, but it's not the same. He's holding it straight now though, much straighter, which was a bit more like the big boy, always had it straight. Never had that kind of bend, which I only noticed very recently actually. It's okay, so now we've had the neighbour next door coming out here, and we just had the girl going down the side here. That's a neighbour too, and we had the neighbour right next door pulling in with a motorbike. But I didn't focus on the girl. She went past on a push bike. Because she's a neighbour, I don't want to point the mobile with the flash in front of her, because you can see the flash evidently on the outside. I can see it myself. I can see it myself. See, I'm here. I'm just letting you know that I'm here, that it's me. Shouldn't have to do that. This is ridiculous. What has the world come to where you have to, prove that it's you and all this sort of stuff? It does become quite stressful, even with that, really, to be honest. Here comes another matrix plane over my head here. Come on. Okay.